JFJ call that camera footage is important to have justice realized for victims. And to the Jamaican people who are too quick sometimes to label everyone as criminal, any one of us can come in conflict and contact with the law. And let us not label people who live in inner city communities as criminal. And I want us to stand with all of them, because you have many people in the inner city communities who are law-abiding citizens, and we have to stand with them. To be hearing the same excuses that you need data storage infrastructure. We need clear timelines. And the Prime Minister is wearing blue. I hope that the blue is also solidarity with the people who are here today, the victims who are here today.
He came unto his own, and his own receive him not. Jah Rastafari.
Major Debs presents to you Heart of the World. This prolific album is both inspiring and uplifting. It captures the pain and joy of the people while advocating for rights and justice with tracks like Your Pain, No Mining, Warning, and title track Heart of the World. Play Jah music by purchasing or streaming the Heart of the World album on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, and all digital platforms. Heart of the World by Major Debs, produced by Jah Music Enterprise and Therotype Studio.
Jamaica is the heart of the world. We be live. Reggae is the soul of the world. We teach life. Jamaica is the blood of the world. Produce the greatest life. Reggae is the warrior of the world. Liberating life. Jamaica, beautiful and influential. Loaded with good things.
Bless up ABR family and viewers. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl and Isabel Rose, and in this one, Prime Minister Andrew Holness wears blue in solidarity with the police officers, and the president for JFJ, Michael Jackson, responds to same. Stay tuned for the details at hand. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. ABR family and friends, please to go over Tika's Kitchen. You want to learn how to cook good, nice, delicious gourmet meals for your family? You can go over to Tika's Kitchen and get some good tips on how to prepare same. Very beautiful young lady with the brains, and she can indeed cook. Support Tika's Kitchen. Get her to 5,000 subscribers. Watch out some of her videos, like and share them out. Please and thanks. So following yesterday's protest by JFJ as pertains to increased police killings, we've seen a counter-protest from other citizens wearing blue in solidarity with police officers, saying that the police are doing their job, while we've seen JFJ standing for human rights at all costs. The Prime Minister came out clad in blue, in a blue suit, in solidarity with police men as well, and says that he commits to tough policing, vows no human rights abuse by security forces under his watch, and that the war is indeed on gangs. But might I point out that last year, November, 2 cops charged with murder in East Kingston, triple killing. And the only reason they were charged is due to CCTV footage that was caught from I believe, a ATM machine. And so I'm going to play the clipping of the Prime Minister speaking and JFJ responding to him coming out clad in blue.
As you can see today, I'm decked out in my blue because I'm in full support of the JCF. I think the conversation in the country needs to be balanced. Obviously, the JCF's increased activities in interdicting criminals and in dealing with the gangs would have caused a significant increase in the loss of life of those who challenge them. But I think the country should also understand that the gang warfare is at a level where we must respond and respond decisively. The impact of it is that it is not only people who are related in the gang activity that is impacted. There is the tragic murder of a 14-year-old girl just going to the shop to get something and is caught up in gang warfare. She has nothing to do with it. She's totally innocent. She's looking forward to the rest of her life like any other Jamaican, only to have her life taken by criminals involved in gang warfare. That side of the story needs to be focused on, and Jamaicans should put their support behind the police to actually finally bring an end to the gangs. Gangs contribute 80% of murders in this country. And if we are able to eliminate, undermine, and eradicate the gangs, our murder rates would fall to below the regional average.
So the impact is real. We have recovered in St. Andrews South since the start of the year 104 firearms.
104.
These are weapons to kill, to maim, to disrupt the livelihood of residents. And so it is real. What we face out there are individuals who are willing to take on law enforcement, who are willing to fire at will, but we are resolute. We are resilient, and we are trained, equipped to treat with same, and we are and will continue to serve.
I am satisfied that the leadership of the police force is implementing faithfully, and we have seen that police officers who have gone outside the use of force policy
Have been dealt with.
They have been dealt with, they have been disciplined, and they have been interdicted.
Absolutely.
Once that is the case, the entire Jamaica should put their support behind the efforts of the police. We are at an inflection point.
Absolutely.
If we continue on this path, respecting the human rights of the citizens, protecting the innocent citizens, and supporting the victims, we will be able to once and for all break this 40-year cycle of spiraling murders. We are going to finally break the gangs with your support.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
And as I stated, at no point in time there should be any form of divide. We support the law-abiding men and women of the police force, and we do support human rights pushed by the Jamaicans for justice. And to answer questions, as person would say, what happens to when criminals kill other criminals? We ask that the citizens push them out. The Jamaicans for Justice is human rights all around, but we know that they are an entity in holding the powers that be to account. And we want the police to do their job, but to do it according to the law. Hear from the president of the JFJ, Michael Jackson.
Noting that we had a pilot project from 2012, noting that the U.S. Embassy gave the country 45 million Jamaican dollars in 2012 thereabout, and we have had body-worn cameras since then. So I don't think in 2025 we should be hearing the same excuses that you need data storage infrastructure. We need clear timelines, and the Prime Minister is wearing blue. I hope that the blue is also solidarity with the people who are here today, the victims who are here today, saying that my son was killed at the hands of the police state. And I hope the Prime Minister in Parliament today would take this opportunity to say to the public, I'm not choosing sides, but I'm on the side of accountability. I'm on the side of human rights, and I'm on the side of body-worn cameras and police accountability.
What do you make of the argument about us versus them? Do you think that right now we need that set of divide, or we need all hands on deck, and the feeling that the JFJ is against the police officer and against law and order in general?
I think that framing has been unfortunate, and we don't need that. We don't need polarization in our country. This is peace and love protest. If you look at our flyer, the biggest front side on that flyer was the peaceful protest. The end police violence was secondary. So the flyer itself, in how it designed, was very clear of our intention. We are law-abiding citizens here. You see that the former executive director and founder of JFJ, Dr. Carolyn Gomes, is here. You see that Susan Goff is here. You see several other noted Jamaicans here. We're law-abiding citizens. We don't break the law. We uphold the law. And that is what we're calling for from everyone. So this is not a time for division. This is a time to stand with our police officers. They have been so great in doing our duties. But what we're saying, for those who break the law, we have to ensure that you have strengthened accountability to ensure that we can have justice better realized for the family members here. Rayan Russell, justice for him. Mario Dean, justice for him. Kevin Riley, justice for him. Nakia Jackson, justice for him. The 15-year-old that we went to court for today, justice for him. The 17-year-old who was shot 5 times in the back, who had the wits to play dead. That is the only reason why he's still alive. Justice for him. And these are the voices of Jamaican citizens while we're here advocating for the body-worn cameras. We don't want conflicting accounts from people. What we want is solid evidence. I want to put in context for those who are watching tonight when you hear this program. In 2024, of the 189 police killings, the reason for one of those matters being able to have charges laid was because there was CCTV footage. Had we the words of the officers alone, we would be saying no to these people. But because of CCTV footage, we were able to have 2 officers being charged for 3 counts of murder, planting a firearm, and other offenses. So it emphasizes, reiterates, reaffirms JJ call that camera footage is important to have justice realized for victims. And to the Jamaican people who are too quick sometimes to label everyone as criminal, any one of us can come in conflict and contact with the law. And let us not label people who live in inner city communities as criminal. And I want us to stand with all of them, because you have many people in the inner city communities who are law-abiding citizens, and we have to stand with them. Due process is important. Check Section 16 of your Constitution, a beautiful document that outlines all of those matters.
Do you have any questions? Any more? One more question for me, Michael. You know, there is a view that the JFJ protects, for example, gunmen, quote unquote gunmen. And when we have, you know, shootings by gunmen of people, the JFJ does not take a stand. Is it that the mandate of the JFJ is as it relates to like police killing, or the JFJ is supporting everybody?
The police is there for citizen and citizen crime. So if you're harmed by another citizen, you call 119, you call the police. But if it is the police who is harming you, yes, you have income, but JFJ has been there with families all the way through the court system so that they can get justice. Because sometimes people are physically harmed. Right now, we're representing a client, one of them under the SOE, when he was detained for over a year under SOE. To date, he has not yet been charged. JFJ, through its advocacy, through its attorneys, were able to bring the matter before the court. And we hope these individuals will get compensation, because guess what? When the young man was detained, his baby mother had to sell the car to get funds to maintain the family. The gentleman almost lost his eyesight. So let's not look at those individuals and say, you are criminals. No, that's not how law and order works. So when you ask about what JFJ does, we do state accountability, and you need a JFJ. Our history in human rights in Jamaica is firm. Every time I hear a government member talk about accountability, I would simply say to them, thank you, Jamaicans, for justice.
With that being said, ABR family and viewers, what's your take on this? I fully support the response from the JFJ President Michael Jackson. And while we agree that the criminals should pay the price for injuring and harming innocent people, we too calling on the police to do their job in the manner which they serve and protect, and not to ill-treat and harm our citizens just the same. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel on the road to 30K and beyond. Help me to get there. Stay tuned for more videos. Stay tuned for more updates. Big up on yourself. Happy Wednesday.